Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another video. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you will be updated on all my future content. So this live stream is going to focus on dividing fractions using the method of keep, change, and flip. So our first example problem is 1/2 divided by 1/4, and I'm going to go through step by step how to solve that problem. So step 1, keep. We keep the first fraction in the problem the same. So 1/2 is going to stay exactly the same. Step 2, we change the sign from division to multiplication. Step 3, we flip the second fraction. So the denominator becomes the numerator and the numerator becomes the denominator. So now we simply multiply our numerators and multiply our denominators. 1 times 4 equals 4. 2 times 1 equals 2. And we have our answer, 1/2 divided by 1/4 equals 4 seconds. Or, if we want to convert that, that can actually be converted to a whole number. 4 over 2 would be equal to 2 wholes. Alright, next example. Next example problem. Just gotta grab my eraser here. What happened to my eraser? It's the Mr. Camilleri show. There it is. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C. Alright. Next problem. Two eighths divided by 5/6. So step 1, we keep our first fraction the same. So the 2/8 stays exactly the same. Step 2, we change our division sign to a multiplication sign. Step 3, we flip the second fraction. So the 6 in the denominator becomes the numerator. The 5 in the numerator becomes the denominator. And next, we multiply our numerators and we multiply our denominators. So 2 times 6 equals 12. 8 times 5 equals 40. And we have our answer. 2/8 divided by 5/6 equals 12/40. Now that answer is not in lowest terms. But as always, I like to keep my reducing fractions to lowest terms. I usually like to make that its own video. So we'll leave this as the final answer for this video. On a future live stream, I'll show you how to reduce 12/40 to lowest terms. Alright, next example problem. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Please hit the like button. I appreciate you. Alright, next example problem. We have 4/5 divided by 1/8. And we need to use the keep, change, flip strategy. So keep, step 1 is keep. We keep our first fraction the same. Step 2 is change. We change our division sign to a multiplication sign. Step 3, we flip. We flip our second fraction. The denominator becomes our numerator, and the numerator becomes our denominator. Final step is we multiply our numerators and our denominators. 4 times 8 equals 32. 5 times 1 equals 5. Hello. Thank you for tuning into the video. Good evening to you as well. And we have our answer. 4/5 divided by 1/8 equals 32/5. Now this can be converted into a mixed number, but again, I'm going to save that for another video. As a mixed number, the whole number in there would be 6. If we were going to convert it, it would be 6, and it would be 6 2/5. But usually, I like to make that its own video. All right, next example is the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. All right. 2/9 divided by 7/8. So step 1, we keep our first fraction in the problem the same. Step 2, we change the division sign to a multiplication sign. And step 3, we flip the second fraction. Our denominator becomes our numerator, and our numerator becomes our denominator. And now we are ready to multiply. We are going to multiply our numerators and multiply our denominators. 2 times 8 equals 16. 9 times 7 equals 63. Shout out to the person in the chat that just put the correct answer. 2/9 divided by 7/8 equals 16/63. Alright, and now we are moving on to the next example problem. This next one may be the final problem of the video. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C. Alright. Next example problem. 3/4 divided by 1/6. So step 1, we keep that first fraction the same. We keep, then we change our division sign to a multiplication sign, then we flip. Our 6, the 6 and 1/6 becomes the numerator, the 1 and 1/6 becomes the denominator. And now we simply multiply. 3 times 6 equals 18. 4 times 1 equals 4. And we have our answer. 3/4 divided by 1/6 equals 18/4. We probably are going to keep going until about the 10-minute mark. But shout out to everybody tuning in. I appreciate you being there. Hi, welcome to the chat. Next example problem. Here we go. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. It's the Mr. C. It's the Mr. Camilleri show. Shout out to Mr. C. All right, here we go. 2/5 divided by 3/10. So step 1 we keep. 2/5 stays the same. Step 2 we change our division sign to a multiplication sign. Step 3 we flip. The 10 and 3/10 becomes our numerator. The 3 and 3/10 becomes our denominator. And now we are ready to multiply. We multiply our numerators and we multiply our denominators. So 2 times 10 equals 20. 5 times 3 equals 15. And we have our answer, 2/5 divided by 3/10 equals 20/15. Now again, this answer is not in lowest terms, but the reducing fractions to lowest terms, I'm going to make that its own video. Alright, that is my video for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video, and if there is an area of math or reading that you're having difficulty with, put that in the comments, and I will do a future video on that skill. Until next time, this is Mr. Camilleri, signing off.